You spent your childhood looking for him in crowded beaches and busy train stations. Now you need to pray you never find him. In the world of the Foundation, finding Waldo is a death sentence. Item number SCP-4885. Object Class Keter.
Special Containment Procedures. All information regarding the current physical location of SCP-4885 is restricted to Level 4 personnel or higher. This information is to be stored on a single, non-networked drive at Site Waldo, a specialized containment facility. Under no circumstances is the exact geographical coordinate or descriptive location of SCP-4885 to be shared with the public or even with low-level Foundation staff.
Any media, including photographs, illustrations, or digital renderings that contain a likeness of SCP-4885 must be identified and destroyed by Mobile Task Force Eta-10, also known as See No Evil. Web-crawling algorithms are to be maintained to flag any mention of the man in the shirt or found him in contexts suggesting an anomalous encounter.
Individuals who claim to have discovered SCP-4885's location or have identified him in any visual media are to be detained immediately and administered Class B amnestics. If manifestation has already begun, the area is to be quarantined and treated as a biohazard zone.
Description: SCP-4885 is a humanoid entity that resembles the character Waldo from the Where's Waldo book series. It wears a red and white striped shirt, a matching bobble hat, and glasses. While it appears to be a human male of average height and build, its skin is notably pale, and its eyes are perpetually wide. The anomaly operates through two distinct primary effects, categorized as the observation and the location triggers. The observation trigger occurs when an individual views an image that contains SCP-4885. These images are not present in standard commercially available Where's Waldo books, but are instead spontaneously generated anomalies that appear in random print or digital media. Once a subject identifies SCP-4885 within the image, specifically once they consciously realize they have found him, the anomaly is initiated.
The location trigger is far more dangerous and difficult to contain. It occurs when a subject gains knowledge of SCP-4885's actual physical location on Earth. This doesn't require a visual. Simply being told the exact room, building, or set of coordinates where the entity is currently residing is enough to trigger the effect.
Once either trigger is activated, the subject becomes the target. Within seconds, SCP-4885 will manifest. It does not travel to the subject, it appears inside them. The entity physically materializes within the subject's digestive tract. Medical analysis of victims shows that the manifestation is violent and instantaneous. SCP-4885 will rapidly ascend through the subject's esophagus. Due to the entity's size, this causes massive internal trauma, including the shattering of the ribcage, the rupture of the lungs, and the complete displacement of the heart. The entity then exits the victim through the mouth.
Upon exiting the victim, the subject is rendered into a corpse that is visually identical to SCP-4885. The original SCP-4885 then disappears, relocating to a new random location on the planet, where it remains stationary until the next trigger occurs. The victim's corpse, now a perfect replica of the entity, remains behind as a gruesome marker. Addendum 4885.1 Discovery Log. SCP-4885 was first brought to the Foundation's attention following a mass casualty event at a public library in Ohio. A patron had discovered a hand-drawn illustration tucked inside a travel guide. Within minutes of the patron shouting, "I found him!" they underwent a manifestation event.
The local authorities responded to what they thought was a brutal murder. But as the responding officers and paramedics examined the scene and the drawing, multiple manifestations occurred in a chain reaction. By the time Foundation assets arrived, the library contained 14 identical corpses, all dressed in red and white striped shirts.
The original illustration was recovered and found to be a cognitohazard. It was during the cleanup of this event that the location trigger was discovered. A junior researcher, attempting to map the locations of the bodies to find a pattern, accidentally narrowed down where the prime entity was hiding. He died on sight as the entity emerged from his throat in the middle of the debriefing room.
Addendum 4885.2 Incident Report, the Yellow Suit Protocol. In an effort to better understand the entity, the Foundation attempted to capture SCP-4885 at its resting place, using a series of D-class relays, where each D-class was given only a tiny piece of the coordinate data. A containment team was sent to a derelict basement in rural Belgium.
The team was equipped with specialized hazmat suits, colored bright yellow to distinguish them from the entity. They found SCP-4885 standing in a corner, facing the wall. It was completely motionless. The following is an audio transcript from the lead containment officer, Agent Vance.
Command, we have eyes on the target. He's just standing there. He hasn't moved an inch since we entered. Copy that, Vance. Proceed with the containment net. Do not look at his face. Understood? He's smaller than he looks in the photos. Or maybe it's the way he's hunched over. It's quiet here. Too quiet. Wait, I hear something. It sounds like a page turning.
Sir, the D-class, D9022. He just fell. He's gagging. Something is coming up. Abort. Vance, get out of there. Did anyone say the location out loud? No one said a word. We were silent. But D9022, he's pointing. He's pointing at the wall. There's a map on the wall, Command. A map of this house. He looked at it. He saw the "You Are Here" mark. He knew where he was. Oh God, it's coming out. It's coming out of his mouth. It's him. It's another one. Command, there are two of them now. Wait, no. The one in the corner is gone. It's gone. It moved to the D-class.
Command, Vance, you need to leave now. We are initiating a localized thermobaric strike to clear the site. It's too late. I saw the map too. I know where I am. I can feel it. It's in my stomach. It's cold. Why is it so cold? I found him, Command. I found him. Transmission ends with the sound of Vance's agonizing screams, followed by the sound of a red bobble hat hitting the floor.
Addendum 4885.3 The Eye Problem. Research has concluded that the location trigger is the primary reason for SCP-4885's Keter classification. As the world becomes more interconnected with GPS, satellite imaging, and instant communication, the risk of someone accidentally discovering the exact location of the entity increases exponentially.
If the entity happens to relocate to a famous landmark, such as the Eiffel Tower or the White House, and a single person realizes the entity is there, a manifestation chain could begin that might be impossible to stop. Each victim creates a new corpse, and each corpse looks like the entity. In a crowded area, onlookers would find the entity hundreds of times a second, leading to a population-ending event.
This is why Site Waldo exists. It is a facility built around the entity's current location, staffed entirely by people who have been blinded or who have had the spatial awareness centers of their brains surgically altered. They can maintain the area without ever truly knowing where they are in relation to the rest of the world.
The most terrifying aspect of SCP-4885 isn't just the way it kills, it's the realization that it wants to be found. It places itself in areas where it might be discovered. It generates images of itself in the digital ether. It is a predator that uses our own natural curiosity and our desire to solve the puzzle as its primary hunting tool.
Most people think of Where's Waldo as a harmless game from their youth. But for the Foundation, it is a constant, desperate race to make sure that no one, anywhere, ever wins the game. Because once you find him, he's finished with you, and he'll use your skin to hide for the next person. Subscribe for more Foundation archives.